Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
It's time to save thousands during the model year-end sales event at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. The new 2025 Kias are on the ground, which means the 2024s need to go. A new 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $149 per month. Make no payments until next year. Plus, we want your trade. You can get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. And if you have a job bringing home $350 per week, we want to improve your credit so you can drive home your new Kia today. Only at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or visit online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Qualified applicants through KFA, 24-month lease, $34.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit required, plus tax tag and $9.99 admin fee. Negative equity refinanced. 90 days deferred payments. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Discount includes all factory rebates to dealer. Offers don't combine. Expires 11/5/24.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Hurricane fans, the final game of the season is here. Join us on November 23rd at Hard Rock Stadium as the Hurricanes take on the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. It's Senior Day, a day to honor the incredible players who have given their all to the U. Let's give them a send-off they'll never forget and fill the stadium with Hurricanes pride. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today by visiting MiamiHurricanes.com or by calling 1-800-GO-CANES.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions. If you're a business owner or high net worth individual eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin recalculate what's possible. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, delivering value where others can't.
It's almost time for the 2024 Palm Beach County Heart Walk. Get your heart pumping November 9th at the Meyer Amphitheater and help our community raise awareness for heart health. Whether it's becoming a sponsor or bringing friends and family together for a Heart Walk team, any support makes a difference. This year, attendees can learn hands-only CPR at the walk and can even take interactive training when they sign up. Learn this life-saving skill to turn a nation of bystanders into a nation of lifesavers. Visit palmbeachheartwalk.org today.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
I wanted to talk about who would be the biggest threat to the Chiefs and the Lions making the Super Bowl, but CCAT right before the show just waged a war on chocolate lovers?
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy, Theo Dorsey. It is a Thursday night football Thursday. We've got tonight a divisional battle, a historic one, Ravens-Bengals, Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson. Sometimes Amazon Prime Video, sometimes they deliver. That's going to be a show. That's going to be a fun one. On the other side of the glass, on the ones and the twos, on this day, November 7th. Oh, by the way, it's my uncle's birthday. Shout out Uncle Scotty. Happy birthday, Unc. My mom's birthday's in a couple days. I need to lock in on getting a gift. You gave like the opposite of a gift ahead of us starting the show today here, CCAT, because as CCAT is on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, a Ravens fan, so I'm sure you're excited about tonight, but not a fan of chocolate?
Chocolate by itself is just bad. Like, when's the last time you went to a gas station, a CVS, a pharmacy, anywhere where you get your candy or to satisfy your sweet tooth and said, let me get the plain chocolate bar? Never. Never. It needs the caramel. It needs the nuts. It needs even the peanut butter. Chocolate by itself is honestly worse than most fruits.
So
give me a raw apple over a chocolate bar.
I too would prefer a raw apple to, and you don't have to say raw apple. You can just say an apple.
A bare apple, nothing added.
Just an apple. I mean, usually when people say an apple, you assume it's raw or bare. I just don't understand. So why did you eat? What brought you to this place?
One of the great teammates here, John O'Terry, handed me a piece of chocolate when I was walking in. And what did I do? Because I'm gaining a lot of weight. I said, yeah, thank you for that. And I took it and I ate it. And I thought, I kind of wish I didn't just eat that piece of chocolate. It did not do anything for me. All it did was make my mouth a little bit stickier before I talk on air.
You don't enjoy, was it milk chocolate?
I don't know. It was Dove.
Was it like, because I'll agree with you, dark chocolate by itself, not good. It's not good. It's healthier, apparently. It's better for you, not good on its own volition. Usually want to put that on some strawberries. We had a lot of people in the city place just walking by and waving. I'm trying to show some love to the fans here. You're going to want to cover dark chocolate on something else that gives it a little bit more sweet because it's more bitter. But milk chocolate itself is good, especially Dove. Like, of course, I'm going to prefer some caramel in my chocolate, but like I would never stand on a hill and say chocolate's bad. It's a weird take.
It is bad because now I gave you the fruit to sweets comparison. I'll give you go sweet to sweet. Raw caramel better than a raw piece of chocolate.
Yeah, no, you're not lying. Like I would much rather pick up a little Werther's smooth caramel joint than just the milk chocolate thing. But I think there's other people out there that have a different taste palette.
They're lying to themselves.
Chocolate.
They like things that have chocolate on them and that chocolate is the feature. But what makes it edible is not the chocolate of itself. If you take away the cake, if you take away the other flavors you add onto the chocolate, ooh, ew, gross, no thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about who in the NFL do you trust to dethrone the most likely Super Bowl matchup, which would be the Kansas City Chiefs coming out of the AFC for the third straight year versus the Detroit Lions, who will be getting there for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. I didn't even think about that. That would be crazy. So that's the trajectory we're going on right now in the NFL. Who do you trust, though, to upset the apple cart? Who do you trust in each conference to be able to take down those two teams? And I think after CCAT has now delivered his anti-chocolate rant, I think that people just trust you less than general now. I don't think that anybody that's waging a war on chocolate holds a great amount of trust with the greater public.
No, I think they do. I think people are listening right now, and they're getting very introspective. They're wondering, why do I like chocolate? Halloween just passed last week. What did I specifically like that was in my kid's candy? Wait a second. If that Crunch bar didn't have the crunch, that bar stinks. If that Snickers didn't have the peanuts and the caramel and the nougat, perchance, no, it would stink. It's everything you add to the chocolate that makes it good. Chocolate, glorified lettuce. I'm going to say it. A salad tastes good because you add everything else into the salad to make the lettuce be edible. Chocolate, glorified pasta. The pasta doesn't taste good. The additive does. It's a vehicle for sauce. Chocolate's a vehicle for other sweets. Chocolate itself, get out of here.
How did we get here? CCAT, all right, here's the thing. I'll ask this question. I'll put this out here before we start talking NFL. It's Thursday. You're getting closer to the weekend, CCAT. Your brain, you need a reset right now. You need some rest because I feel like you're getting a little cranky. We're going to get you there, but I do have to ask right now, two things quickly. Number one, do you trust CCAT less now that he is waging an official public war on chocolate and the chocolate lovers to go along with it? And number two, is chocolate overrated by itself? Do you agree with CCAT? Is chocolate not as palatable, as delicious, as enticing as many people make it out to be? I mean, chocolate is what you gift a woman on Valentine's Day. Like a box of chocolates is what Forrest Gump's mother centered all of her life lessons around when speaking to a young Tom Hanks. This is essential to the soul.
When it comes to your dessert palate, I would say chocolate is not the Kobe, it's the Derek Fisher. That's what chocolate is. Very good. And, it's had a long career for a reason. He's very memorable for a reason, but it's not the feature. It never has been, never will be, despite people hyping it up.
888-760-3776. Is chocolate closer to Derek Fisher or Kobe Bryant when it comes to the ecosystem of desserts? Is chocolate overrated, as CCAT is stating here, just because, we had a friendly teammate, John O'Terry, pass him a chocolate bar, and apparently that ruined his whole afternoon. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Is CCAT a crazy man for waging a war on chocolates? I can tell you right now, CCAT, I'm not going to say I trust you as a person less. I trust your taste a little bit less. I do. And you've recommended some nice places for me to eat before, like the place we checked out in Miami after Heat Media Day.
Mm-hmm.
The what was it, a Cuban spot?
It was a Spaniard spot.
Spaniard spot. A Spaniard spot?
Yeah, it's from Spain.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's not like Latin American. They speak Spanish in there. No, it's from Spain.
It's from Spain. It was good.
It was very good.
Like
mini
tapas.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, mini sandwiches was pretty good. Your chocolate takes, not so much. When I look at the NFL right now, obviously I'm a Chiefs fan. You're a Ravens fan. First, before we get into this, do you feel good about your guys tonight? 6-point favorites. It's a divisional game. Maybe we see more of Deontay Johnson. Like, what's your read on Ravens-Bengals?
The Ravens have been a buzzsaw at times, and they have collapsed in puzzling ways at times with their losses against the Browns, losses against the Raiders, and a close loss against the Chiefs. But apart from that, they've looked spectacular. This is a game that's not going to be overlooked by Baltimore. There's no look ahead. Everyone sees there's a path for the Bengals to make the playoffs. And you know what? Sue me, I don't really want to play the Bengals in the playoffs when it compares to any of the other teams that are around there that are on the bubble on the outside looking in. So I'm confident in the Ravens tonight. Maybe not to cover, but to win.
It's funny. I would prefer to see the Bengals in the playoffs, but we'll get to that right now because I feel like in the NFL, there are three things you have to be able to count on once the clock strikes December if you want to be a contender. If you want to be there at the end to be able to lift up the Lombardi Trophy, to be able to compete for a Super Bowl. There's three major points or check boxes you need to fill in come December. And those three things are, do you have a coach you can trust? Do you have a quarterback you can trust? And do you have a defense you can trust? Those three prongs are essential to any team trying to chase a Super Bowl. Look at the past Super Bowl winners. Of course, the common denominator is Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, but look at the essentials around them. Each of them, Bill Belichick, Andy Reid. Each of them, good to elite defenses. There's that 1 year where the Chiefs had a porous defense, but when I say you have to be able to trust a particular unit, you have to be able to trust them to get off the field. What does that mean? I need to be able to know that if it's 3rd and 8, you can rush the passer. You can also get a pivotal stop. Your corners or whatever coverage you're setting up is good enough to get us off the field and get the offense back on the field, not just early on, but in pivotal moments late in games. Each of the past Super Bowl champions has this. The Chiefs the past 2 years. You look at the Rams in 2022. Checks all three boxes. McVay, Matt Stafford, and a defense led by Aaron Donald. It's a winning formula. Go back to Tampa Bay when Tom Brady made his way to the Buccaneers organization. Bruce Arians, Tom Brady, and a Todd Bowles-led defense that was near elite. You saw it. Like, they had Patrick Mahomes running for his life that whole Super Bowl. That's your resounding memory. You couldn't tell me one, like, off top of the head, C-Cat, do you remember one big play the Bucs made on offense from that Super Bowl?
Not at all.
All you remember, the moments and the pictures you remember from that Super Bowl, Bucs over Chiefs, was how they had Mahomes scurrying all around. He's throwing the ball off of his knee, and he's diving around. It was ugly.
Yeah, the highlight of the game was the Pat Mahomes incomplete pass that should have been caught because of how he somehow evaded the sack, somehow stayed off the ground and unleashed the ball down the field.
So that's why I lean on this again. People often glorify offense. They often just glorify the quarterback position. But if you don't have a decision maker on the sideline with the main headset that I can trust to make the right calls, a quarterback that I can trust to extend drives and then, score more sixes than threes, you're not going to be able to be there when it comes December and January. I go back even further. Look at the Eagles. This is the one outlier right here. Doug Peterson, Nick Foles, but they had a really good defense, and it showed even though that was a shootout against the Patriots. You go back to the Patriots championship, the Broncos back in 2016. As far back as you look, it takes those three things. When I look in the NFL right now, C-Cat, there's not a lot of teams that check those three boxes, especially those that purport themselves to be contenders. I'm a little bit shaken when we look at the top of this. There's a lot of teams where I don't trust 2 out of those 3, but they think they can contend for a Super Bowl. And trust is a huge factor here. Before I get into those teams, I'm going to give you my list. I have 3 different categories I'm breaking up teams that consider themselves contenders to be into. Number 1 is you can't prove it. You won't prove it. I see no route in you making yourself an established contender in this league this year. Number 2, I got to see it to believe it. Maybe you got 2 of those boxes checked, and that third prong needs to be proven out before we get to the playoffs for me to have any faith in you. And then there's the trust circle. 3 teams outside of the Chiefs and Lions that actually have all 3 boxes checked that I can say, hey, come February, if that team's standing at the end of the road, we should have been able to foresee it. And there's definitely one shocker in there. I can't wait to get to that team. It's an AFC team that you would not consider a contender, but you're going to learn here on Theoretically Speaking. CCAT, before we get to that, because we're talking about trust and we're talking about your crazy chocolate take, we have a Taylor and Stewart here on the phone lines. Taylor's and Stewart, you're now on Theoretically Speaking. First off, Taylor, hopefully you're not a chocolate lover and CCAT didn't offend you. I just want to say happy Thursday to you. I hope you're enjoying your week so far.
I appreciate it. I'm definitely not a chocolate lover, but I appreciate you guys having me on the call. I just wanted to thank you, Theo, and CCAT for always providing me with good entertainment throughout work.
Oh my God.
I drive a lot throughout the day.
I appreciate that, dog. Taylor, you the man. We're going to keep it up for you. Do you have a take on specifically the chocolate or also the NFL team that you trust most to up in the Chiefs or the Lions?
Well, I'll tie the chocolate into NFL. I'm a huge Cowboys fan, and we're basically the dark chocolate of the NFL right now.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone talks about you. You see him on TV all the time, but what have you provided for me lately? Nothing.
We have nothing going on.
Hold on.
It's a sad organization right now.
So you got a lot of publicity. People speak about you a lot, obviously, but you're saying it's bad. So you don't like chocolate then. You're anti-chocolate. When's the last time you just eaten a piece of chocolate?
Anti-chocolate.
Good.
I actually had a Reese's cup today, and that's good because chocolate's carried by what you put in it, like you guys were talking about.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
See, there's many among us that have the same belief, but I'm the one who's courageous enough, and I'm blessed to have the platform to actually speak out, to raise my hand, to blow the whistle on the chocolate truth.
I hope there's no repeaters in this. Taylor, we appreciate your call. Safe driving, and I appreciate you locking in with us here on Theoretically Speaking. I don't appreciate you agreeing with what I thought was an outlandish take by CCAT today that he's anti-chocolate. I just, aren't those cupcakes, are those red velvet or chocolate that we have in here?
Well, red velvet is chocolate.
Yeah, right.
The reason why the cupcake's good is because of the cream cheese frosting. That's just a fact that everybody knows. And in fact, I love red velvet. Growing up, red velvet was my thing. It still is my thing. And the reason why red velvet rocks is the cream cheese frosting. It's not because of the red velvet itself, not because of the chocolate flavor itself.
Chocolate is good.
Hey, it gels with a lot of things. It's agreeable with other flavors, but it is not a feature. Never has been, never will be.
For you to call it the lettuce or the pasta would be alluding that there's no flavor. Because, there's no pasta-flavored, snacks. There's no lettuce-flavored snacks. Those are foods that are, lettuce is majority like water or something.
See, it's a blank canvas.
It's not blank. It has an actual taste to it, especially if you have a more bitter chocolate. It comes from the cocoa tree.
Chocolate is just what is it? What does chocolate taste like? Give me a word that does not sound like sweet, because you can't.
It could be bitter. Bitter.
Yum, bitter. That does not sound good to me.
And then you sweeten the chocolate up. You sweeten the cocoa up, and I don't know the intricacies of how you create the milk chocolate and whatnot, but chocolate starts off super bitter, and then you use sweeteners and whatnot to make it taste good, and it does taste good. I don't think that you should. The Cowboys is an extreme example. That's extreme.
It's offensive to chocolate, you think?
It's offensive to chocolate to call chocolate the Cowboys of snacks or candies. Hershey's made a whole name off of selling just straight up chocolate bars.
Yeah, back in the 20s. This is 2024.
When things were authentic.
This is 2024. Give me a trolley bag of gummy worms, and I'm much happier than if you gave me a plain chocolate bar. And you would agree with that.
Kari, yeah, you're right. Kari in the YouTube chat. First off, he said great points to 3 factors pivotal to winning a ship. But also, when it comes to chocolate, Kari says top 3 chocolate bars are Twix, Reese's, and Snickers. All 3 do have additive, you got cookies in the Twix. Reese's has the peanut butter, and Snickers got a whole lot of crap in it. I hate Snickers, by the way.
Yes, I don't know what possessed me to get just a Snickers bar at a gas station maybe a month ago, but I was happy I did it. I didn't mind it. I like the Snickers.
I have never once purchased a Snickers. I've probably eaten 1.5 Snicker bars in my lifetime, and I've hated every bite. It's too much.
You've probably had more Snickers of the snack size variety in a Halloween bag or an Easter basket.
Never eat them.
You just don't eat them at all, really?
Yeah, I throw them. I never eat them. I don't eat Snickers. I don't like Snickers. I love Milky Ways, especially the ones that are just packed with the caramel. It's the best Milky Way. You freeze it, right? And then,
So what is so bad about a Snickers that doesn't deter you from a Milky Way? Because I feel like the only difference is nuts, no?
It's the peanuts, for sure. The peanuts are too much. It's not necessary. I'm not a big fan of peanuts like that. I like them on their own more so. And also with Snickers, it just feels like too much nougat. Too much nougat.
I don't know what nougat is, I'll be honest.
It's like so Three Musketeers is like a Milky Way with no caramel.
Okay, that's a good chocolate bar right there. Because
Three Musketeers,
the
yeah, I used to like it, but I like caramel. Caramel's better than nougat. Can we agree on that?
Caramel's top dog, man. I love caramel.
Caramel's the best.
Caramel is what chocolate thinks it is, and caramel should have the reputation that chocolate has.
Man, this dude.
Because I will eat plain caramels all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Plain chocolate, get it out of my house.
We'll have to see what Jonathan Zaslow's take is on this. We have Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0, as well as from the ESPN Radio Campus Tour as they take on South Bend this weekend. We have him in about 10 minutes here. We got the happy hour as well. Later on today, we are going to give away a $50 gift card to the House West Palm, which is, again, like I say, I go there every weekend. I mean, taking it to the house ain't just something we do here on the station. We have some fans of the D. Wade statue here. I do it all the time. We have right now at ESPN West Palm in our City Place studios, we have a poll going. And as fans walk by, they'll see our easel and they'll see pictures of the D. Wade statue and give a thumbs up or thumbs down. I've gotten majority thumbs down saying that the Dwayne Wade statue sucks. A couple of fans there gave us a thumbs up. It's the first time.
That's about energy that we need at City Place right now. More positivity.
More positivity. We love that for them, but they're probably wrong because it doesn't look like Dwayne Wade. Here it goes. Here goes my circle of trust, as well as the you gotta show me before I believe, and then, of course, the ones that are not going to be able to prove it when it comes to teams that are going to have to contend in the AFC and the NFC. So, again, the Chiefs and Lions on a crash course for the Super Bowl. Chiefs plus 400 right now on Hard Rock Bet to win it. The Lions plus 475.
I think the only reason that the Chiefs aren't, that's not a lower number for the Chiefs, is that they have the Ravens in the AFC.
Yeah.
I think right now you look in the NFC and the Lions stick out from the field more so than the Chiefs do, even though the Chiefs are undefeated.
Well, I'll bear this out right now. You're right about that. The AFC has more solidified contenders that the Chiefs have to claw their way through than the Lions do. There's a heavily flawed NFC that have teams with high ceilings but also low floors. And the volatility itself is what we're going to get to right here as we talk about the things, the teams that check all three boxes, coach, defense, and quarterback, that you can trust to upend a Lions-Chiefs Super Bowl. Let's start on the negative end, actually. These are the teams that can't prove it, won't do it in 2024. I don't want to hear your fan base getting in an uproar because I put you on this list. I'm trying to temper your own expectations. I'm saving you from yourself. I don't want to see you have the same despair that Jets fans are set up to have because Aaron Rodgers is giving them false hope. I'm being your friend right here. These are teams that can't prove it. Number one, though I think the Rams can win the NFC West, they got the quarterback, they got the coach, they don't have the defense to be able to win in December and January. The Rams can't prove it. The Bengals, who we see play tonight against the Ravens, yeah, they got the quarterback. Zach Taylor's brought that team to the Super Bowl as well, but that defense is porous. I see the Ravens beating the Bengals by double digits tonight. Ooh. I think Derrick Henry's going to have another one of those days. They can't stop the run that well. Trey Hendrickson's the only guy getting to the passer for them right now. And the back end of that defense is very, let's just say they can be had. Zay Flowers, Deontay Johnson, like Lamar's going to have a day. Henry's going to have a day. It's going to be a blowout tonight. You cannot trust that Bengals defense. The Falcons, same thing. Did you know the Falcons have a 2.7% sack rate on dropbacks right now? That's the DFL, dead last in the NFL right now. That defense can't get after the passer. I like the safeties. A.J. Terrell is like a hit-or-miss corner.
Wow, so in 100 plays, they'll sack the quarterback twice. That's really bad.
They are terrible at getting after the passer. They tried to improve it with Matthew Judon, but they have nothing else around him. The Falcons' defense is not going to get any better. They did not improve around the deadline. And then here goes the more controversial one, because they look like a powerhouse on some Sundays. Philadelphia Eagles. It's not the quarterback. It's not the defense necessarily. It could be. It's the coach. Why would I trust Nick Sirianni in a big spot? He's too volatile. He's too emotional. He makes poor decisions time after time. He rides the highs, and when the lows are going low, he's right there with them as well. He's fighting with fans. He's arguing with his own quarterback ahead of the season. I don't trust Nick Sirianni. And that's why I think the Eagles are not going to be able to be a Super Bowl contender this year, and they are not going to be able to prove it because Nick Sirianni is still going to be their coach.
I have not had the feelings I've had for a head coach in this negative way that I have for Nick Sirianni since Brandon Staley. Like, with the Chargers, how much he held back Justin Herbert's first several years, and that Chargers organization, Brandon Staley with the Chargers, it feels like Nick Sirianni's doing the same exact thing with Philly, even though he went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It does not matter. You just watch a game that's coached by head coach Nick Sirianni, and you scratch your head like 10 different times.
Sirianni, I feel like, is a victim of his own success. Those coordinators got him to that Super Bowl more so than it was his doing. Also, you don't have Jason Kelce anymore, who was a veteran leader and also just a unstoppable force on that O-line. The tush-push has been relegated to a form where it never or behind what it used to be. And also, though Saquon Barkley is a dog, he's amazing, he's a beast, let's just say Saquon does get banged up a little bit, and there's no Saquon in that offense. It's going to look totally different and a lot easier to stop. With Saquon fully healthy, that team is dangerous. But A.J. Brown, his health is a little iffy. Saquon has had a bad injury history in the past. I'm just saying, they're super reliant on Saquon Barkley right now. And that head coach, I just can't do it. I can't trust him at all.
You know, the tush-push was at the heart of football conversations 2 years ago. I don't think it's being talked about enough how much it has taken a fall off due to Jason Kelce retiring.
Jason Kelce should get into the Hall of Fame a year early because of that.
That's like a 3-yard play 2 years ago.
Like, it was a sure thing. We were trying to change rules. We did change rules. Didn't do much to it. That O-line doesn't get the same push. All right, those were the can't prove it teams, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Bengals, and the Rams. Here go the 4 teams that I would have to see it to believe it when I talk about trusting them to be able to upend the Lions or the Chiefs in the playoffs. Let's start with a not too controversial one, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're 6-2 right now. They can win the AFC North. Mike Tomlin, I trust that dude. I trust that dude. Any football decision I will never confront or debate about. That defense, I mean, you've seen it. You know what it is. That's going to be a tough out every single time you play the Steelers. I got to see it to believe it with Russell Wilson. We've seen 2 outings. I need about 2 or 3 more. But we've seen it before. He's won a Super Bowl before. It's a different day, different game. He can prove something in these next few weeks, though, that'll make me feel like the Steelers are a real contender in the AFC.
I will say, and you're going to laugh at me when I say this, Mike Tomlin has to prove it to me.
Oh.
Because he has proven to me that he can take no talent and turn it into a 500 or better football team. He proved me time and time again when you had the Killer Bees in Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and all the other crazy wide receivers they had on those offenses, on those teams. He proved to me that he does not reach the potential with those weapons. He has that same amount of talent now in a roundabout way. Can they contend for the conference? Yes. Are they going to win the conference? No.
Mike Tomlin, you heard that? You got to prove it to C-Cat.
Yeah. And I'm not going to apologize for that.
You are a madman. The 3 other teams that they have to prove it, I need to see it to believe it with one of these prongs, coach, defense, or quarterback. The Packers, Jordan Love, he doesn't have to prove how good he is, but he does need to prove that he can be trusted in big moments. How did they lose last year in the playoffs? An erratic throw across his body, across the field. You can't have that, and also he has not showed that he has toned that down at all. We'll see how he looks in this back end of the season. If he can tone down those turnovers and continue to be an efficient offense, I'll see, but I have to see that to believe it. I believe in their defense and their coach, though.
Yeah, why is Jordan Love playing right now? He looked so hobbled,
Yeah, he's hurt.
and he was at maybe 45% against the Lions and got creamed for good a reason over the weekend.
I don't get it.
You just made a massive investment on this kid. Why are you risking his health on a regular season game? I know the division is tough and these games matter, but having that cornerstone matters a lot more.
It does. I would bench him for sure for a couple of games to get him healthy if that's what it takes, but they know more than we know, so we'll see how that pans out for the Pack. The other two teams, I need to see it to believe it. The Commanders' defense, but they added Marshawn Lattimore at the trade deadline. If they can be a team that can get off the field on third downs, that's all you got to do. I'm not asking you to be the elite. You just need to be able to get stops.
Yeah.
Instead of giving up 6, give up 3. If you can get stops, I think you do have a quarterback who has at least proven himself to be efficient and smart, and a head coach that's been there, Dan Quinn. The Vikings, too. I need to see it from your quarterback, Sam Darnold. We've seen him do it well in the regular season. They've had a couple of schedule losses. Remember, they were undefeated before they played the Lions. If Sam Darnold can prove to settle in a little bit more in that offense, to not turn the ball over as much, not get as frazzled, I do think the Vikings can be a serious contender in this league. And then the 3 teams that are just cemented into my trust circle, I do think they have all 3 boxes checked: coach, quarterback, and defense. The Ravens, enough said. The Bills, enough said there as well. C-Cat, cut the music right quick.
Yeah, the first two make complete sense. I don't know where else you're going here because we know the Chiefs do. Who else?
Cut the music. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh.
The Los Angeles Chargers. And I was the guy making fun of people who in the preseason, in the offseason, and all summer long said this Chargers team can win in year one. Not a Super Bowl, but win at a large rate in year one. They're 5-3. Justin Herbert is starting to ramp up and look like that star quarterback, right? They're opening up the offense a little bit more. They've started doing so since the bye week. They've got the run game. Jim Harbaugh is a winning head coach. You have a defense that has been able to stifle good offenses, not just in the past, but this season. They're much improved, though they don't have the names people are familiar with. And, again, when you have those 3 boxes checked, I trust you more in the postseason. I trust you more late in the year than another team that might look better altogether. That offensive line pushing people around. I think the Chargers are more of a threat than people are giving them. They're plus 4,000 to win the Super Bowl. I would never put that down, but that is probably a really good value. Even them being in the AFC West, even them being in a tougher conference, they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but they do check all 3 boxes.
They are second in the NFL in red zone defense.
Yeah.
They are second only to the Steelers, which I think is kind of good company to be with.
I would trust the Chargers more in the playoffs than I would the Eagles. And we got Xavier in our YouTube chat here talking about Sirianni's winning percentage amongst active coaches. They're 3rd in offense, 6th in defense. Oh, he says, tell us you don't watch the games without telling us you don't watch the games or something. I think he's trying to criticize me for being down on the Eagles. Yeah. What happened to them last year in the playoffs, Zcat?
Got blown out by an inferior team.
Blown out by Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. Well, I'm sure, though, that was a different Eagles squad. So this year, if they had a chance to play the Bucs, things would go differently.
You learn from your mistakes. That's what you do with your losses.
They lost to the Bucs again this year, by the way.
Had to be close, wasn't it?
No. I don't trust that Eagles team. It starts with Nick Sirianni. You could talk to me until you're blue in the face about how he has a good winning percentage amongst active coaches and they have good offense and good and injuries. Nobody's dealing with injuries, just the Eagles. I have to see it to believe it, and I don't think Nick Sirianni's proving anything. We got Jonathan Zaslow from the Zaslow Show 2.0 and as well as ESPN Radio Campus Tour on the other side. We're talking college football, so stick around. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Shop Dell Technologies' early holiday savings event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Early holiday savings is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at pnc.com.
Fight fans, make Twin Peaks your UFC fight headquarters. The official fight headquarters is Twin Peaks. Never, ever a cover. All fight organizations, all boxing, doesn't matter. Never pay to watch the fights. Plus, eat, drink, scenic views, and Twin Peaks 29-degree ice-cold beer made from scratch favorites while watching all the fights. And did I say never pay a cover? That's Twin Peaks, Pembroke Pines, Cypress Creek, Hollywood, Davie, and of course, Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard in West Palm Beach. Your ultimate UFC fight headquarters, Twin Peaks.
Good people, it's me, Theo Dorsey, and I want to make sure you're locked in with us at Theoretically Speaking. Just hop on YouTube, search at Theo Speaking, and hit that subscribe button. You can watch us live or you can play us back at Theo Speaking on YouTube. It's free.
Hi, it's Luis Fonsi. In the world of music, versatility allows you to capture the moment and create something amazing. Ford SUVs are designed with the same versatility in mind. The Ford Escape or Explorer can make any day a beach day with room for family and all your gear. And the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport give you the freedom to go over, around, or through almost anything that comes your way. Ford SUVs, perfect for South Florida. See your local Ford dealer today.
Hi, this is Kevin Dalton, owner of the Unlimited Auto Wash. You'll love our daily specials. With our loyalty card, you can save up to $5 off any wash on Mondays if you're a guy, Wednesdays for the ladies, and seniors 55 and older every Thursday. And Tuesday is Double Stamp Tuesday. With 6 locations, there's an Unlimited Auto Wash near you. Plus, we have unlimited monthly plans that offer inside and out washes with Tire Shine for just $44.95 a month. Visit unlimitautowashclub.com or call 561-WASH-ME-TOO for a location near you.
Lease the new 2024 Range Rover Evoque 250S today at Land Rover Palm Beach for only $499 per month with a 42-month lease and only $47.50 down, plus fees and first month's payment. Head over to Land Rover Palm Beach today, located on Okeechobee Boulevard just past the Turnpike, or visit LandRoverPalmBeach.com to set up a test drive of the new 2024 Range Rover Evoque 250S. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Ravens Bengals tonight in the NFL, and of course this weekend we've got the prolific matchup, the one all eyes are going to be locked in on, Florida State, Notre Dame. I mean, preseason people probably thought that. Coming soon to join us here on the Baptist Health Hotline is our friend Jonathan Zaslow, who will be in South Bend for that one. He joins us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. You can find them on the Zaslow Show 2.0 or, of course, on ESPN Radio's campus tour. He is Jonathan Zaslow, joined by Rashad Jennings from South Bend for the prime time huge master. I mean, haven't you just been anticipating this one all year, Zaz? Like, you're excited.
All right, so you're trying to be a funny guy right now, but I'm gonna put a little rain on your parade.
Uh-oh.
I am looking forward to going to South Bend. You know, you look before. So we schedule our games before the season started. We had like the whole schedule planned out because, logistically, we want to make sure we're on point. It's the first year that we're doing this at ESPN Radio. And, yeah, you figure FSU Notre Dame's going to be a great game. We didn't know that FSU was going to be the worst team in the country, but a few weeks ago, we had a meeting where we called an audible on a couple of our games, and we switched a couple of them up. Matter of fact, it was the last 2 weeks we switched up. But I told them I don't want to change Notre Dame. Like, I want to go to Notre Dame. I've never been there. I want to visit South Bend. I want to somebody introduce me to Touchdown Jesus. Yeah. All right. I want to visit Notre Dame Stadium, and I want to go to the game. So we did not change the game. And I'm looking forward to going to South Bend this weekend.
How's your partner Rashad Jennings feel about this? Because I think it's incredibly selfish of you to subject him to Florida State football in person.
Listen, I'm the main character here, all right? So I have not asked Rashad how he feels about going to South Bend. It is what it is. You follow my lead.
I got
that's
you.
Where we're going.
Look, sometimes you got to roll with the punches. And also, I will say, if I were in your position as a Miami Hurricane fan, I would love to see it in person as well.
Yeah, well, right. Look, I grew up during the time of Catholics and convicts.
Yeah.
I want to see it with my own eyes, all right? I'm going to go there. I'm going to see what's what, and I'll report back.
We'll talk some college football here, Zaz. I want to start you with this one because we were talking about this before the break. I feel like in the NFL, you need three things. You need to be able to check three boxes to be able to contend for a Super Bowl. You have to have a coach I can trust, a quarterback I can trust, and a defense I can trust. I'm not saying all have to be elite. Need to be able to trust them in big spots late in the year and in the postseason. We're on a crash course for Chiefs Lions in New Orleans for the Super Bowl here, but I'm just going to give you an option from the NFC and the AFC. Which teams do you trust the most, from each conference to upset that chalky Super Bowl Chiefs Lions? So let's start with the NFC. Who do you trust the most right now in the NFC that checks all three boxes for you?
Well, all right, so we're doing outside of Detroit.
Outside of the Lions.
Because I do think Detroit is the best team in
Clear
all
cut.
of football. I don't think they're just the best team in the NFC.
Well, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes on that one.
I think they're the best. I will not pump the brakes. I think they're the best team in all of football. Man, does anyone check all three of those boxes in the NFC outside of Detroit? I don't think so.
I said the same thing. So it's funny because the Lions have the clearest path to the Super Bowl because no matter who they go up against in the postseason, they're going to have a hefty advantage in one of those three boxes, right?
They're it looks right now like they'll have home field advantage, but you don't know for sure. I mean, they've played one fewer game than Washington has, so they're only up one in the loss column there. They're also only up one in the loss column over a team in their own division, being Minnesota. We're only halfway through the season, all right? So we're only halfway through the season, and they're only up one in the loss column on three other teams because Philadelphia also only has two losses.
Do you trust Sirianni?
No, I don't trust Sirianni.
Okay,
but
I'm just making sure I'm not off base there.
No, I don't. But I also think of those three things that you said there, I think the one that is actually least important is the coaching part. I mean, we've seen – now, I'm not trying to say that coaching is not important, but we've seen instances where a team has gotten to the Super Bowl like the Eagles with Sirianni, all right? We've seen that teams have gotten to the Super Bowl without necessarily having a coach that you trust. The Eagles are a great example because they're literally that team we're talking about here.
And I will say, too, with the Eagles in that Super Bowl run, you had the leadership coming from the veterans like Brandon Graham and Jason Kelsey. You also had two coordinators who were so good, they both got head coaching jobs the very next year. So
yeah, but I also think Philadelphia is clearly a lot closer right now to that team 2 years ago than the team that, threw up all over themselves the last few weeks of last season.
So, Zaz, you're going to call me crazy. I have three teams in the AFC that I do feel like check all three boxes for me right now. Number one, the Bills. Mm-hmm. Number two, the Ravens. I would put the Ravens ahead of them, but both of those two teams, call me crazy, Zaz. And I'm a Chiefs fan. I think they'll walk away with the AFC West. The Chargers have all three boxes checked, and they're 5-3.
I mean, I think the Chargers are going to play a role in the postseason this year.
Yeah,
I would take those first two teams that you mentioned, but I would replace the Chargers with the Bengals.
Oh,
I was in on the Bengals before the season started. All right, and I think tonight Everybody's going to learn why. I think tonight Theo, what's going to happen?
Learn something tonight.
Cincinnati should have beat Baltimore that first game. Cincinnati, they gave that game away in overtime. All right, Cincinnati should have beaten Baltimore the first time. So if Cincinnati beats Baltimore tonight, what are you going to say? Because that Bengal team now is 5-5. They come all the way back from the 1-4 start, and Cincinnati's schedule softens up dramatically after tonight. Like, if they win tonight, Cincinnati, I already think that the Bengals are coming, but if they win tonight, they are absolutely in the playoff picture, and then it turns into one of those years where, we all know the Bengals, they start out slow, but they're going to be there right at the very end.
So what you're banking on is a team in the Ravens who have gotten stronger since that inflection point, and a team in the Bengals who have won more games, but it feels like have gotten a little bit weaker, are reaching for help in the backfield at running back. That defense is still porous. And the last time we saw them play against a contender in the Eagles just a week and a half ago or so, they got the doors blown off. You think that team is going to be able to find a way to stop Derrick Henry consistently? Deontay Johnson just got inserted into this Ravens lineup, and also a Ravens team that needs this win too. It's not like the Ravens are just set and good. They're not even first place in the division. Like, they need this win almost as much as the Bengals do.
Right.
I think the Ravens will blow them out tonight's ass.
Wow, no, I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's a high-scoring game again, because I know you have your list of boxes you got to check, and the Bengals don't check the box with the defense.
Oh, defense is terrible.
Joe Burrow's cooking right now. If when we talk about MVP right now, we talk about Lamar Jackson, we talk about Jaden Daniels. I think we should be talking more about Josh Allen. I don't think we're talking enough about Josh Allen, and that's because his numbers statistically are not what they've been the last few years, when in fact he's actually a better quarterback this year than he has been the last few years. But if the Bengals, instead of 4-5, if they were 5-4, because you can't have a guy who's on a team that's under 500 in the MVP race, if they were just a game better, you go look at what Joe Burrow's numbers are this year. 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This is MVP caliber play, but you can't entertain it when your team's under 500.
He has been extremely good. Joe Burrow's been extremely good on a on a middling team, and he's been propping them up. No T. Higgins tonight likely as well. The Bengals offense is too reliant on Joe Burrow having these heroic performances, and I'm not sure how many of those he's going to have in them or how long he can keep that up, not just through the back end of this season, but also in the playoffs. So I don't necessarily trust them. Let's shift gears here. Because I also wanted to come back at you as a Chiefs fan on that Chiefs line stuff, but I ain't gonna sweat it right now, Zaz. Let's talk a little bit about college football. We talked about the parade that we're having as Canes fans watching the Noles suffer.
Right.
What about the Gators, who just announced today that they're sticking with Billy Napier at 4-4, a team that now their recruiting class that used to be the one thing Napier was good at, it's now 51st in the country for 2025. And also, it feels like this is more of a marriage of convenience because it's too expensive to cut him, and the young players seem tied to him. Like, what's your read on Napier being given that vote of confidence in Gainesville?
Yeah, I'm really not surprised, and I think it's actually the right move. The Gators have been a much better team.
Yeah.
We're talking really the last 4 or 5 weeks than they were the first part of the season. It's really been a matter of they've been shooting themselves in the foot a couple of these most recent losses, and that happens when you're not a very good team. But, a few weeks ago against Tennessee, that's a game they should have won. They ended up losing in overtime. And then you got the game last week against Georgia. You look at the final score, 34-20. If you didn't see the game, you figure, Georgia kicked their butt. No, not at all. That was a really tight game. It was tied at 20 at one point. And
Lagway got hurt.
That's right. And Lagway got hurt late in the first half, and they were still right there in the second half. And that Georgia team, I think, is the best team in the country, rated number 2, not number 1, which, of course, we know is Oregon. This Gator team has been playing a lot better. And, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that Napier is some great coach, but I think continuing with Napier and continuing to try and build what they're doing right now is a better option than what we're gonna go through the hamster wheel again.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did a few years ago. So I'm really not surprised based on how the team has played.
I agree. It's the It's the right move to make if you're Florida. You don't have the deep pockets like Texas A&M. You can't just be, cutting out a bill like $70 million like Texas A&M
There's
did.
no oil tycoon in the booster room.
It ain't happening for Florida, so they had no other choice but to stand pat. But just like I said about the Giants about a week and a half ago or so, I'll say the same thing about the Gators. Whenever your organization has to make a public statement that I will not be getting rid of my administration, my coaching staff, or whatever.
It's weird.
It's bad. It's not just weird. It's bad. It's like it's a terrible sign.
Yeah, like a whole written statement. Hey, please get on board. It was a weird thing. It was weird.
And that's my main thing is like that's what makes it feel like even more of like a marriage of convenience. The same thing for the Giants. It's like you could fire these guys right now, but why? Because you feel like they're tied to Daniel Jones and all of these decrepit mistakes y'all have made in the past. Okay, we'll leave the Florida Gators in the background. I know for Zaslow Show 2.0, people get all of that information all the time from you. I saw you talking some Miami Heat. I didn't want to get into that with you because I'm frustrated as well.
Yeah.
Where can people find Zaslow Show 2.0 these days?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Theo. Zaslow Show 2.0 every day, Monday through Friday. We're South Florida based. We're Miami based. Your Heat, your Panthers, your Dolphins, of course, and we sprinkle in all kinds of other national stuff. But we put out a good show every day. That's the point, Theo. It's Zaslow Show 2.0 wherever you get your podcasts. You search Zaslow Show 2.0. If you've been listening to me for all the years back on 790 The Ticket, I'm doing the same style of show, but it's just in podcast form. So I hope you guys check it out. You download that. That'd be great. And, of course, it's always presented by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE. If you're involved in an accident, everybody knows, Theo. First, you call 911. You got to make sure that you're safe. And then after you call 911, you make sure you call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. You're dealing with a personal injury. They have a specific set of skills. They will get you the compensation you deserve. 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Zaz, good luck in your exploration of South Bend. Hopefully the Knolls get crushed and you have the experience of a lifetime, man. We'll be looking out for you.
You know about Touchdown Jesus? I'm going to meet him this weekend. I've never met him before.
Go shake hands with him.
I hear he's a good guy. All right, I'll check it out. I'll report back. I'll let you know.
Let us know how that goes. That is Jonathan Zaslow from ESPN Radio and Zaslow Show 2.0. Always good to see you, and also always good to see him on the YouTube stream presented by Prize Picks. I love that we get the digital version of Zaz when he's not able to be in studio here. Here goes the exciting time of the show. Here goes a point where the fans, you can pad your pockets and take it to the house. You know what time it is. Take it to the house trivia. You know the rules already, but if you don't, C-Cat and I are going to go head-to-head in a trivia topic picked out by Kay Chumsden. We do not know the topic yet, but we do know that the winner, the caller who picks myself or C-Cat, the winner of the trivia contest, you get a $50 gift card to the House West Palm. A $50 gift card to the House West Palm. You already know about the restaurant, Coastal Cuisine, American Coastal Cuisine, right on the park. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. The environment is amazing, but the food even better. And the deals on the weekend, they've been getting better and better as well. 2-for-1 drinks here and there. When NFL games are on at the Cabana, you also have a brunch option. You have happy hour where it's half off of cocktails, and they're craft cocktails, by the way. TheHouseWestPalm.com. Go online right now. Tap that in, TheHouseWestPalm.com. Look at their menu, and then do me a favor. Call in so you can win a $50 gift card to the house. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776 is the trivia showdown that you know and love. Take it to the house trivia is going to be on the other side. 888-760-3776. Call in. You can win a $50 gift card to the House West Palm. Craft cocktails, elegant dining, and also it is super affordable to you and I right on the golf course. I love being able to look out on the 18-hole course that is the park and just feel the ambiance of golf while I stuff my gullet with some great food. And the drinks, come on. The drinks are, come on. 888-760-3776. Take it to the house trivia. C-Cat versus Theo Dorsey. Our lucky caller. We're going to have one lucky caller be a winner. And we're bringing in Kay Chumsden on the other side. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
College basketball is coming to Sunrise.
Yes.
Catch a thrilling doubleheader at the 2024 AutoNation Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. Be there at Amerant Bank Arena on Saturday, December 14th as the UCF Knights take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Florida State Seminoles battle the Tulane Green Wave. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. Bring the whole family for a pregame party on the plaza. 1 ticket, 2 college basketball matchups. Tickets start at just $20. Get yours now at orangebowl.org.
ESPN 106.3 is presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or a slip and fall. Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Oh, it's heating up in the studio. We got Cade Chumslin in the house, CCAT 2. Before we get into our trivia, I mean, it ain't heating up too much in here because we got some good air conditioning, and you can as well if you lock in with EDSIsYes.com. EDSIsYes.com. They are your trusted AC experts in Palm Beach County. A 4.8 star Google rating with over 760 reviews. EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, they've been keeping you cool since 2006. They've been around. They're a known entity. We're talking about going on 20 years of excellent service, timely service right here in Palm Beach County. I mean, 24/7 support. EDSIsYes.com. You book an appointment around your schedule. And I don't care if it's if you want to get your air conditioning repaired, serviced. Maybe you want to flip it and get a whole new unit. They are trained comfort specialists. It's hard to stop a train. They also are a great plumbing. They can help you out with your plumbing needs. I actually haven't used them for my plumbing needs. Maybe I'll tap in on that soon if I do come across an issue. But I am a gold plan member with EDS. EDSIsYes.com. Book them online. 24/7 support right around your schedule. EDSIsYes.com. CCAT, it is that time. Take it to the house trivia where we're going to be giving away a $50 gift card to the lucky caller who picks the winner between you and I in trivia. And in order to introduce this, we have Cade Chumslin joining us right now from Sunday Huddle. You hear him on Sunday Huddle, 9 o'clock with Colin Russo right here on ESPN 106.3 on Sundays, getting you ready for the NFL.
Yes, sir.
And Cade, they also hear you on Thursdays here, delivering the trivia. What's our topic today?
Absolutely. We have an epic matchup tonight between Bengals and Ravens.
Nice.
One of the rivalries of the NFL that has not necessarily been as historic, but has really gotten intense and late. So we're talking the biggest NFL rivalries today.
I love this because the NFL needs more rivalries today as well. Chiefs Bengals are starting to heat up. We want to see some teams have a little bit more vitriol. And we do have 2 callers on the line. CCAT, let's get our first caller on. Who do we have on line 1?
So first off, we've got Brad in Jupiter. He's going to get to decide who his champion is.
Ball's in your court, Brad. You're in Jupiter. I am 2-4, I believe, at Take It to the House trivia, and we're doing NFL rivalries. Brad, who you going with?
2-4. I didn't know that, but that's okay. I'm a Bengals fan. I know what it's like to have a losing record. I've been a diehard Bengals fan my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the 2-4. Theo, I think you're gonna pull this one out. I appreciate you. Let's go Bengals.
I got you, baby. $50 gift card to the House West Palm on the line, and I got my guy, Brad. Who do we have on line 2 that's going to be with CCAT?
We've got Shane in Lake Worth as our second contestant. He didn't get the choose, but he settles with me.
Okay, Shane, you got CCAT.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you tapping in.
Chances.
Are you confident in CCAT?
I am. Going
Nice.
against a 2-4 record, I'm pretty confident.
Uh-huh. Hey, that's why they play the game. Put Shane back on hold. We'll see who gets this win here. Let's start things off with the Take It to the House trivia. Cade Chumslin, what's our first question? Before we go, though, again, reestablishing the rules. Hi. That's CCAT. That's me. First one to buzz in gets to answer the question. If you get it wrong, the other person gets a try. Okay, let's rock.
Let's go for it. Which NFL rivalry is considered by ESPN.com to be the greatest rivalry of all time? It, in fact, is the oldest rivalry, first playing each other in 1921. Heard a whistle first.
That was me. Let's go with the Cowboys and Commanders.
That is incorrect.
Oh, you dummy. It is the Bears and the Packers.
It is the Bears and the Packers.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
That was bad.
Let's
That
go,
was bad.
Shane.
That was bad. That was terrible. Next question, Kate. 1-0 CCAT right now.
Casual.
When I refer to the catch, I'm referring to the 1981-1982 NFC Championship game between which
49ers
rivals?
Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't know if I had to. Okay, appreciate that. That's good money.
So you said what?
Who were the what
He just said
rivalry?
what
What were the
team- what was the
teams
rivalry, yeah.
in that matchup?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So these questions, the answer is what's the rivalry, right?
Not
So-
necessarily.
Okay.
I just didn't hear the first team you said. I heard Cowboys. I didn't hear your first team. Just
You
making
said
sure.
the catch. Just we good.
Hey, all right. 1-1.
1-1. What's next?
So we got, again, Ravens, Bengals tonight.
Yes.
We have seen two star quarterbacks arise from this rivalry. But who were the last two quarterbacks to start in a Ravens-Bengals game that did not include either Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow?
So both of them had to not be playing?
Yes.
Huh. Wow.
Ooh.
I was thinking about that playoff game.
How about Jake Browning and Tyler Huntley?
Incorrect.
Oh, I thought the two backups would square
Right, that
off.
makes sense. Who the hell was the Bengals quarterback when Joe Flacco in so 2019 or 2018 Lamar's rookie year, 2018 Bengals. Damn, was Andy Dalton still around? Like, I guess 28. Andy Dalton, Joe Flacco?
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
A little bit of a
That was
trick question.
That was a really good guess, though, because I thought you had it when you said that. That was really good. But the Jake Browning games were not against Huntley. That makes sense. And the Huntley run was,
Yeah, missed out. All
And
right.
Anytime that happened, at least one of those quarterbacks was starting in the game.
That makes
All the way
sense.
back to Andy Dalton. Yes, sir.
Take it to the house trivia. I'm up 2-1 on CCAT. We got $50 gift card on the line. And question number 4, NFL rivalries, Kate.
You know, not a whole lot of NFL rivalries have nicknames like you see in college. You got the Iron Bowl, you got the game, but not a lot of that in the NFL, except one that I noticed in my research, the I-85 rivalry. Who plays in that game?
Ooh, I knew there was a road. I knew a rivalry name that has a road, and I've never heard it referenced as
Wow. The I-85 rivalry.
The I-85.
this. I-85.
I know where I'm trying to think of what to.
95 is here, so you go west.
Yeah.
I think that's how the roads work.
Yeah, I know 85. I'm like, so would it be the.
Because I know the Battle of the Beltway. Is it the same thing, different name? That's my question.
Right.
But I don't have the answer.
That's not it. I don't even want to start giving out hints of the answer because then
I can give a slight hint if you guys want it.
All right, if it's both their game,
yeah,
I'm in.
yeah.
I'll opt in.
So you just said I-95 is right here. I-75 also runs through Florida from north to south.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about a road that is right in between I-75 and I-95 going north to south on the
Right.
East Coast.
Okay. I know where I-85 is.
Ooh. Buccaneers, Falcons.
Incorrect.
Right. They don't hit. So the Tampa Bay wouldn't hit that. It is Falcons. So I'm glad he did go because I know it's Falcons because they run through I-85. But who else would this would be stupid because it's not even a big rivalry, but Falcons Panthers?
That is correct.
What?
Oh.
That's so weird. That's that's crazy. I was a Panthers fan for a while, so we never called it that.
You got the win, huh?
I was thinking the whole time it's Falcons and who? Falcons and who? It can't be the Panthers, and it's the Panthers. I'm incredulous. What is this, Wikipedia?
So you got the clincher, 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. I'm up. We're gonna win this thing. Who I thinking? I have Brad. He's gonna win, but we're gonna do the last question because I just love celebrating, stumping on CCAT's grave in this one. And Shane, who we got?
After an infamous fight on the field in a 2015 game,
Got
Dan Graziano.
Texans Titans.
No.
Dang it.
Andre Johnson.
Oh, dang.
No.
It was freaking. It was
Cortland Finnegan.
Hold on.
Buccaneers Falcons.
You guys aren't even
Buccaneers
close. Hold
Saints.
on. After an infamous fight on the field in a 2015 game, Dan Graziano called this player rivalry in the summer of 2016 most intense in the NFL.
Ravens Steelers.
No, player rivalry. Player
2015.
rivalry.
Marcus Lattimore,
no,
Mike
no.
Evans.
Odell Beckham Jr. and Josh Norman.
That's
Ooh.
the one I'm looking for.
I loved that football game. I was working at the go-kart track while that was happening. There was a big snowstorm in the Northeast, and I watched that entire game from beginning to end while on the clock.
And it still didn't help you get that answer right. It's your boy, Big Teddy, and I'm taking Brad to the house. Can we get Brad on the line right here?
Yeah, we got him now.
Brad, we celebrating, baby. You knew what it was.
We got it. It's coming. It's good things to come for tonight too. I like it. We're gonna win tonight, and then we're gonna beat the Steelers next week. We're gonna be sitting pretty. I appreciate you setting us off right. I thank you, sir.
Brad, you believed in me even though I had a losing record, and you know what? Though I do think your Bengals are gonna lose, either way, you're gonna have a great time this weekend because we're taking you to the house, a $50 gift card. Appreciate you tapping in. Can we have Shane, please?
Do we
Thank
have
you
to?
again, Brad, too.
Do we have to have Shane?
Congratulating Brad. Yeah, we do. We
All right,
need Shane.
Shane hung on the
Brad is my guy.
line.
Make sure you give him that
Shane.
gift card, too.
Hey, Shane.
Shane!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it feel to be in the loser circle with CCAT?
Come on.
Like, y'all are cool,
Well,
right?
You know, it is what it is, but I didn't have much of a choice in it. I got stuck with it. So, you know, sometimes, I was like, I'm a Giants fan. I got stuck with Daniel Jones. I didn't have a choice with it. So.
So I appreciate you, Shane. You know what? CCAT is the Daniel Jones of theoretically speaking, I guess. CCAT is the Daniel Jones of take it to the house trivia. That's what it's looking like.
I guess so.
Shane,
That's what it feels like.
Hopefully next weekend we can take you to the house, Shane. We appreciate you tapping in. That was a lot of fun. Kate, thank you so much. CCAT, it was great beating you. That was take it to the house trivia. He hates when I do this too. He hates it. I like rubbing it in. Before we go to the other side, the happy hour with Tina, Cade, we're going to be doing a show Saturday, too, a special show for high school football. You're excited about this one. Tell the good folks what we got
sir.
going.
We've got the official announcement for the high school football playoffs coming live on Friday night on, I believe, Max Preps and a few other, the FHSAA are doing a few other shows of their own. But ESPN West Palm Play is having their own show Saturday at 11. You get your college football game day from 10 to 11. Then you come over to us, and we're going to break down the entire high school football playoff bracket. We've got almost a team in every single class making it to the bracket, and we're hoping to bring a chip to Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. We're going to have coaches live on the air with us. So this will be live on our YouTube channel, ESPN West Palm Play. Make sure you're subscribing and tapping in Saturday, 11 a.m.
It's going to be lit. And one last thing, too. Make sure you join us for the Coors Light College Football Game of the Week. That's also going to be on Saturday. So you tap in on Play, then you join us Saturday night. The ESPN West Palm Street team will be at Bonefish Max in Port St. Lucie Saturday, November 9th from noon until 2 p.m. Enjoy $4.75 drafts and $18.75 buckets of ice-cold Coors Light. Show us your tailgate toss skills as well for a chance to win prizes courtesy of Palm Beach Autographs. You must be 21 or older to participate. Molson Coors reminds you to please drink responsibly. CCAT, thank you. We'll see you in the happy hour.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Mansour's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Mansour's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Palm Beach County's premier college football event is back. Don't miss the 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th from FAU Stadium and broadcast live on ESPN. Last year's game saw in-state Rising Power USF beat Syracuse out of the ACC. What will this year's game have in store? Big names, big teams, big action. The 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, December 18th at FAU Stadium on ESPN. Don't miss out. Find out more at BocaRatonBowl.com.
Shaw Sports Turf is a world-class artificial athletic field provider for every level of play with over 3,500 installations in North America. They are more than just fields. They are centerpieces and rallying points for schools and communities. Shaw Sports Turf is proud to be the turf provider for Tropicana Field and the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Miami Marlins. Shaw was also the turf provider for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Manning Passing Academy. Follow Shaw Sports Turf on social media or visit ShawSportsTurf.com for more.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Festive fun is back on select nights. At Palm Beach Zoo, there's family fun. It's the best date night. Oh, Zoo Lights cheer, here at Palm Beach Zoo. Oh, what fun it is to save wildlife at the zoo. Hey!
Zoo Lights, presented by Florida Power and Light Company and Discover the Palm Beaches, Florida. Get your tickets today at pbzoo.org/zoolights.
It's almost time for the 2024 Palm Beach County Heart Walk. Get your heart pumping November 9th at the Meyer Amphitheater and help our community raise awareness for heart health. Whether it's becoming a sponsor or bringing friends and family together for a Heart Walk team, any support makes a difference. This year, attendees can learn hands-only CPR at the walk and can even take interactive training when they sign up. Learn this life-saving skill to turn a nation of bystanders into a nation of lifesavers. Visit palmbeachheartwalk.org today.
Hi, it's Luis Fonsi. What makes a performer truly legendary? How about being the #1 bestseller for 47 straight years? That's what Ford F-Series trucks have done every year since 1976. For generations, hard-working South Floridians have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, and families. A legacy of capability and technology. Ford trucks, perfect for South Florida. See your local Ford dealer today.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Feels good to be in the happy hour, baby. On a Thursday, we got Thursday Night Football tonight. We got Ravens, we got Bengals. We just did some NFL trivia based on rivalries. I missed the good old days of Ravens-Bengals when it was really heated. This one's going to be more like a shootout. It's not going to be defensive-oriented, but it's still going to be a good time. Two elite quarterbacks, two guys in the MVP race, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. We got CCAT back on the ones and twos on the other side of the glass. I'm hyped up off of a shot of espresso that I just had. And speaking of, Espresso Martinez in the building for happy hour. How are you this Thursday, Tina?
I'm doing good. Happy hour just feels different on a Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. We're so close to the weekend. But I'm feeling good. And espresso's a nice little pick-me-up, so.
I like whenever we come in here to our City Play studios, I like the espresso chocolate that we have in that coffee machine. I think it's the best drink we have, the espresso chocolate. There's one person in this room, though, Tina, who started today's show on a tirade against chocolate. And I'm sure you can assume who that was.
Well, the Debbie Downer of the show all the time, Christian Cat.
Christian Cat.
You don't like chocolate?
He hates chocolate.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell me with a straight face you like plain chocolate.
I love chocolate everything.
See?
Okay. So
I would have a double chocolate cake, plain chocolate cake. I would have chocolate everything.
So restate what you were saying there, CCAT, because the point he's making is chocolate is an additive thing, but it's not good on its own. So what are you trying to say, CCAT?
Chocolate's not even an additive thing. Chocolate needs loads of additives in order for it to be edible. Caramel's better by itself. No doubt about that. Any fruit you can think of, better by itself than it is chocolate by itself. You need to add peanuts. You need to add caramel. You need to add nougat. You need to add anything to chocolate to make it good. Hershey's bars by themselves, no change to what's on them. Crunch bars, you take out the crunch, it stinks for a reason.
I like Hershey bars.
You're
I
weird.
like all chocolate. You don't like chocolate chips?
We caught him. Did you just get caught?
No, that was me not going to make a joke. That's what that was.
Okay.
That was a Paul Blart Mall Cop joke I was going to make. Might have been insensitive, so I held it back.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I left it in the holster.
Okay, so CCAT, one might argue if we're going pro-chocolate, if we're in the chocolate camp, one might argue that all of those items you named need chocolate to sell, to be marketable, to be popular amongst most, let's just say, Americans here, because you don't see a lot of just caramel by itself. It's usually, smothered in chocolate.
Not
you don't
true.
see people don't pick up nuts all the time. They want chocolate all over their nuts.
Not
they want
true.
chocolate on their raisins.
Not true.
They want chocolate in their cake.
They want chocolate on their fruit.
I argue the non-chocolate versions of all the things you mentioned are more popular than the chocolate-covered versions of what you just said.
Who's just eating peanut butter by itself?
Oh, so many.
Who's eating Reese's?
All right, that's a bad. That's a bad one.
That's an awful.
Just saying,
awful.
peanut butter by itself versus Reese's cup.
Reese's is not dominating the peanut butter production. Listen, they are not the number one customer of the peanut butter manufacturers.
Okay.
PBJ, ever heard of it, pal?
But that's other stuff too. It's not just.
I would say more people eat chocolate-covered almonds than regular almonds.
That's not true either.
I mean,
guaranteed. I didn't even have to look it up.
All
I
right,
just know.
what about raisins? Raisins.
Yeah, raisins. I mean, have you ever heard of oatmeal raisin cookies? Yeah, you have.
But that's
I'm
different.
talking about
That's in
raisins
a
by
cookie.
itself. So why does the raisin get to have all of these teammates and you're putting chocolate by itself on an island?
You don't like chocolate ice cream?
Yeah, I love the cream part of it.
It's chocolate, though. It's just chocolate ice cream.
The flavor is chocolate. You like the flavor chocolate. You just don't like chocolate by itself.
I'm going to catch him.
Chocolate needs other things added on to it.
You didn't answer my question. Do you like chocolate ice cream?
No, I actually don't. I'm a vanilla guy through and through. No cookies and cream.
You're so boring.
Yes, weak. He is a vanilla guy through and through.
Chocolate is not that good. Chocolate is good when you add things to it. And I think that's a fact.
You make me hate you more every day.
Like, why does he do this?
Like, you just add something every day.
If I had two hands in front of me and I said, here's a plain piece of chocolate, here's a plain piece of caramel, you would probably go for the caramel, would you not?
No, I'd go for chocolate.
Okay, you're wrong.
I don't
Theo,
like
how about
caramel.
you?
I'm not a big fan of caramel.
I would go for the caramel,
Thank
but
you.
that doesn't mean chocolate's bad. I just prefer caramel because I like caramels.
It stands on its own.
It's my favorite.
10 times out of 10 times better than chocolate.
All right, what
does.
if, okay, same thing. Do the same thing, but have nuts. Because our guy Micah in the Prize Picks YouTube chat says facts. I don't eat nuts without chocolate.
Give me some
Thank you,
roasted
Micah.
pecans. Are you kidding me?
So if
That's
I had,
different. They're roasted pecans.
they're roasted, so you get to do things to them.
Like a regular nut. Like
Just a
you just
nut.
go and buy them
raw nut.
in a tin can,
Yeah.
and it's just nuts.
Yes, macadamias. Whew, yeah.
No.
Pistachios.
No.
Pistachios are different.
An almond. If I gave you an almond versus an almond joy.
Almonds just aren't good.
Right, almond joy.
So
no.
almonds are kind of in the
I'm
back
just saying,
seat.
I'm
They're
just thinking of
dry.
the candy.
Almonds are dry. For some
Chocolate
reason.
covered almond versus regular almond.
Does not apply.
Cashews.
Does not apply. You don't get to just make up the rule.
When do you have had chocolate covered cashew?
Me, I get cocoa dusted chocolate covered cashews. They're seasonal.
Yeah.
Cashews, no. Cashews are sweet themselves. You don't need to make them sweeter.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. We were supposed to be talking about, and Tina, I'm sorry we delayed your take on this because you were excited.
Yes.
We do have the NFL tonight on Thursday Night Football. We have Ravens Bengals. Chiefs Lions it's the chalk pick for the Super Bowl. It's chalk. It's my favorite team is the Chiefs. The Lions are the most dominant team in the NFC. They are on a crash course for New Orleans to end the season for the Lombardi Trophy. Earlier this hour, or in last hour, and you can catch that back on YouTube or wherever you find podcasts, theoretically speaking, CCAT and I were having the conversation about which team do you trust the most to upset that Super Bowl. I couldn't pick one team in the NFC because I don't trust the coach, the quarterback, and the defense of any singular team. I couldn't pick one. I found three teams in the AFC that I think have the strengths to do it, in the Chargers, the Bills, and the Ravens. My favorite team that would be the best, the most highly touted, the best position to upset either of the Chiefs or the Lions is the Ravens, who play tonight, who I think are going to destroy the Bengals on primetime television. I trust the Ravens more than any other team to upset the inevitable Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl. We're going to get to CCAT's answer because we didn't get a definitive one from him, and he is a Ravens fan. Tina, we need to get a look into your trust circle here. We need to get vibes in, get all the way in. We're in the happy hour. Tina's here, Espresso Martina. Who do you trust to get it done?
So I had two. I had someone for the Chiefs and I had someone for the Lions.
Let's start with the
Chiefs. Based on their schedule.
Let's start with the Chiefs.
So I'm not being biased. And I did my homework on this, and I'm so excited.
Okay.
I told you, I was upset yesterday we didn't get to this.
I know, I'm sorry.
For the Chiefs, I'm not being biased, but I got the Steelers. They play on Christmas.
Good
Lucky
reason.
number, I'm not done, CCAT, you chocolate hater.
Yeah.
Lucky number 7. The Steelers haven't played on Christmas in 7 years. And the Steelers, in primetime games at home, their record is 27-8.
Ah. So that were the 7. So 2 sevens. Is there a third 7 statistic? Or no?
I said it's just lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. Okay,
they
got you.
They haven't played on Christmas in 7 years.
Okay, 7 years since they played on
Stay
Christmas.
with me here.
Hey, I'm with you. So I like the Steelers, actually, Tina. I think I love their defense. I love their coach. Russell Wilson still has to prove to me that he can be consistently good enough to keep the offense afloat. That's the one sticking point when it comes to the Steelers for me.
That's fine.
He's won a Super Bowl before, though.
Yeah.
Who do you have upending the Lions? I do like your lucky 7 there. They can get their 7th win this Sunday. Who do you like with the Lions?
For the Lions, I have the Bears on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And this is, I got some insight on this, a trap game because Chicago isn't really doing great at all. But the Lions record on Thanksgiving is 37-44.
Yeah.
And those Lions are just going to choke on all the turkey that they have on Thanksgiving.
Predicting the Lions to choke on Thanksgiving. This is a different Lions team, Tina.
Hey, I'm giving. Hey,
I got
I'm
you.
providing.
I got
so
you. I like it. I'm pro Tina's takes here. I'm nervous that you think that the Lions have been bludgeoning teams. You think the Bears could be the one to upend them. You know what, though? It's a divisional game. There's Caleb Williams, the unknown of what he's going to do in primetime. And also, Jared Goff, as good as he is, CCAT, if I were to rank the top quarterbacks right now that we're going to see near the end of the year in the Super Bowl run, like Goff is lower on that list of guys that I actually trust. I trust the offense. I trust the weapons. Goff himself.
In the NFC.
In the NFC, I trust him a lot. I'm thinking of the AFC quarterbacks right now, though.
I'm thinking of who's going to upset the Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl. I think the Lions are going to be easier to get to that spot than the Chiefs will.
They have a much safer route. So if the Bears are able to do it, that will be an incredible story and also you picked the Bears to make the Super Bowl, CCAT, so you're in line with what Tina's saying.
I was back on August 31st. Bears to the Super Bowl. And you know what? I'm going to stick with that. Bears, Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm excited for it. it'll make history.
So you think the two teams you trust the most to upset the Chiefs and the Lions right now in the playoffs are the Bears and the Bills?
Never said that. What I did say in my head while Tina was talking about how the Steelers play on Christmas.
Wow.
The San Francisco 49ers. You want to talk coach, quarterback, and defense. Defense, don't have to think about it. You know the 49ers come to play every single Sunday or Monday. Quarterback, Brock Purdy has shown you things this year without all the weapons that have discredited him in his early career so far. Me being one of the people that has discredited Brock Purdy from what he's done. And now you have the playmaker back. You have Christian McCaffrey back at the bye. This is completely different with Christian McCaffrey. And I'm not talking about running a football with that dynamic running back. Jordan Mason was serviceable for sure. It takes so much stress off the pass game when you know you have Christian McCaffrey both as a target in the pass game or the threat if you're running the football. I'm excited for the 49ers. They are the team to upset the apple cart. They are the one team in the NFC that I would pick over the Lions to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Quick question, based on what you just said right there. Who do you trust more, Jared Goff or Brock Purdy? They both have accomplished very similar things.
Yeah.
They both are strong within their ecosystem. They feel more like system quarterbacks, but, you know, they're not sealing razors as much.
It's interesting. They're both surrounded with weapons, and we can't deny that. They're very comparable quarterbacks in how they are perceived by the country.
All right, let's just say this then. I'll make it easier on you. Which offense do you trust more?
I trust more so the 49ers offense.
Wow.
I've seen them do it in several different postseason runs compared to the Lions, who I've seen once. I saw them get shut down in the second half versus these very same 49ers.
I have way more faith in the Lions offense play caller is tit for tat, but I think Ben Johnson's much more creative and he's doing things we haven't seen, right? Receiving weapons, advantage Lions right now. From tight end to receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think 30 straight completions. Jared Goff on 30 straight targets to Amon-Ra St. Brown have made completions. It's a perfect streak that they have going on right now. And then you have a two-headed backfield. That's some injury protection right there when you got David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs back there. I like the Lions better. Goff is more of a veteran. I think I like the Lions offense better. Defensively, I can side with you that the 49ers have the edge there. And then head coach, give me Dan Campbell's decision-making over your guy Kyle Shanahan, who didn't even know the overtime rules.
Yeah, that's tough. That's one of the biggest black eyes on just a coaching decision in history of football, not knowing the new overtime rules.
That's kind of crazy. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the number to tap into, theoretically speaking. Who do you trust the most to upset the inevitable Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl? Which specific contender do you trust the most to be able to get over the hump and beat the Chiefs or the Lions in the playoffs? 888-760-3776. That's the number to tap into, theoretically speaking. And you can hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County, right on through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Tina, you sided with those Chicago Bears, and because my wife's side of the family, a lot of Bears fans, and also I spent a lot of this offseason and summer pumping up the Caleb Williams hype train. I do hope that the back end of their season looks a lot better than what the start has been as they start off here, I think 4-4 right now. But Tina, you are somebody who is optimistic. You're full of joy. And a lot of that I feel like has to stem from the fact that you every morning you're up at like 5 a.m., crack of dawn working out.
That could be it.
That could be it.
I like to get up early. I like to get my workout in. That's how I like to start my day.
Or is it not the workout? Maybe it's the retail therapy of the shopping you do. Is it the working out or is it the shopping? Which one is the thing that brightens your smile? Right now, at least.
It's kind of both,
Little bit
but
both.
hey, the Gardens Mall gets me all my attire for F45 West Palm Beach, F45 Palm Beach Gardens. And it is, starting next week, going to be the time to celebrate the most wonderful time of the year at the Gardens Mall. Santa will be there for photos during all mall hours next week through Christmas Eve. Reserve your spot at whereissanta.com. The Kids Corner Holiday Shop in Nordstrom Court is now open, and kids can pick out gifts for their favorite people with help from Santa's special helpers.
Nice.
Plus, enjoy festive decorations and holiday events throughout the mall. The Gardens Mall, just 1 mile east of I-95 on PGA Boulevard. Join them this holiday season and make magical memories with the whole family. And, if you want to get some, great gifts for the holidays,
Come on
or,
now.
maybe your workout queens, or, your men who work out,
Workout kings.
Workout kings. Okay. Some guys like kings, some guys don't. I
Well,
don't know.
short guys don't like short king is the thing.
Patronizing.
No, I heard some like that.
Short kings do like to call, but they have to consider themselves short kings. You can't
Yes, you
volunteer
can,
that
yeah.
for them.
I'm not a fan of that.
You think it's patronizing to call somebody a workout king?
No. Short king is patronizing.
Oh, short king is patronizing a little bit. Unless they consider themselves a short king, then it's okay.
They got to break the seal first.
Yeah.
They can refer themselves as a short king, and then you can do it as well.
Well,
you can't label someone a short king
No.
without consent.
I will never do that. I don't like that.
I might do it just to stir things up.
You could. But if you got a workout queen or workout king, go to the Gardens Mall, get them some attire, or sign them up for some F45 classes.
You want to see some damning stats that may poke holes into Tina's Chicago Bears upset the Apple Car play?
I did my homework.
I know,
really
yeah.
tried.
No, you did. Nobody's.
You're already a chocolate hater, C-Cat. Leave me alone.
Here are the stats.
No.
The
doesn't wanna hear the
2023
stats.
I gave
Chicago
you a
Bears.
big stat. The Lions' record on Thanksgiving is 37-44.
Good thing.
And you know what?
The NFC
The
Championship
big
game
number is supposed to be
down.
in front of the little number. Shut up.
Are you blocking C-Cat from giving his stats?
Yes.
We made a big stink about the Jets being the same or even worse with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback on offense than they were last year. The same thing's happening in Chicago, and it is hard to stomach. You look at the last year's Bears, they have scored 171 points through 8 games. This year's team, 172 points.
So they're better.
1 point better.
They're better.
Look at that, them yards per game through 8 games for the Bears last year, 321 yards per game. This year, step back, 295. But you know what? I know it's tough to see right now, and that's poking holes into a Bears are contenders right now in the NFC. But when you draft a rookie quarterback, what does Mike T say? It's a developmental position.
Yeah.
They're going to get better. Just take some time. I think the Bears have bought in to Caleb Williams enough to where if they don't achieve their goals this year, it's not, shipping them down the road, obviously. And they're not going to waver in their hope in him.
And also, DJ Moore talked about this. He's a rookie quarterback. This is his first 8 games in the NFL, not just with this team. To be fair for Caleb Williams, Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Fame quarterback who is performing at the level of or worse than Zach Wilson with the Jets offense with more weapons versus Caleb Williams, who does have more weapons. He's had some injury concerns with the weapons, but also he's a rookie. Tina, you are kind of a rookie at pickleball, but you've been kind of tuning up your game.
I'm still, though, a rookie. There's some pros that go to the pickleball club at St. Lucie West, and I'm not there yet, but I'm trying to. But you could do some lessons there if you want.
Okay, so we can get our game up.
We could. The pickleball club at St. Lucie West is now offering new prices and no initiation fees. Individual memberships are available for all players and include unlimited skill and social play. They have something for all ages. Come experience the area's premier place to play pickleball. Rain or shine, they have 12 indoor championship quality courts, a cafe, a lounge, an amazing pro shop that's open to the public, and fun member events all the time. Visit thepickleballclub.com for more information and check it out today. It's a really cool spot.
If it's hot outside.
If it's hot, it might be a little chilly.
Rainy.
Rainy. If it's chilly, whatever. Go to Pickleball Club of St. Lucie West.
We inside with it, baby. All right, that's C-Cat. That's Tina. This is the happy hour. It continues without Tina. You have to run an errand, so we're going to miss you on the other side. But we are going to tap right into something that happened this morning on one of our national shows that heard right here on ESPN 106.3 that we must address. That's Tina. That's C-Cat. It's the happy hour on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by two words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at PNC.com. You're listening to ESPN 1063.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9491. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9491. That's 800-575-9491. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Hurricane fans, the final game of the season is here. Join us on November 23rd at Hard Rock Stadium as the Hurricanes take on the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. It's Senior Day, a day to honor the incredible players who have given their all to the U. Let's give them a send-off they'll never forget and fill the stadium with Hurricanes pride. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today by visiting MiamiHurricanes.com or by calling 1-800-GO-CANES.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. When you need auto repair, honesty and reliability are everything. Trust the home for honest, reliable service since 1970. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. St. Lucie Battery and Tire has all the tire and battery brands in stock for cars, trucks, RVs, marine, power sports, golf carts, everything. Major and minor service repairs, free tire pressure, battery checks. St. Lucie Battery and Tire, over 50 years in our community. And now with 18 full-service locations, West Palm to the Treasure Coast. Go to slbt.com. That's slbt.com.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com.
Hey, this is Evan Cohen. Listen to Unsportsmanlike with me, along with Michelle Smallman and Chris Canty. Weekdays, 6 a.m. here on ESPN 1063.
Good Greek moving and storage. The superhero movers.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Mansour's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Mansour's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
College basketball is coming to Sunrise. Catch a thrilling doubleheader at the 2024 AutoNation Orange Bowl Basketball Classic. Be there at Amerant Bank Arena on Saturday, December 14th as the UCF Knights take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane and the Florida State Seminoles battle the Tulane Green Wave. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. Bring the whole family for a pregame party on the plaza. 1 ticket, 2 college basketball matchups. Tickets start at just $20. Get yours now at orangebowl.org.
Celebrate the most wonderful time of the year at the Gardens Mall. The mall is gearing up for all the holiday magic of the season. To kick off the holiday this year, Santa Claus and a jolly cast of characters will arrive in style during Santa's Arrival Parade on Friday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Photo reservations are open now for the entire season. Make yours online at whereissanta.com. The Gardens Mall, located 1 mile east of I-95 on PGA Boulevard. Join us this holiday season.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
If you have any family, friends, even your foes in Yemassee, Alexander, in South Carolina, that's downtown Yemassee, Alexander, South Carolina, I am warning you now to put them on high alert. There are more than 40 monkeys that have escaped the lab, just, I guess, frantically running around downtown Yemassee, Alexander in South Carolina. More than 40 monkeys. Now, C-Cat, when we read that there's more than 40 monkeys, people get really nervous. Because more than 40 could mean anything. It could be 2,000 monkeys. It could be 41 monkeys. It's very ambiguous. But then here in the second line of the article, it says 43 monkeys.
All right, just good.
So why put more? It takes more effort to say more than 40 monkeys than 43. Plus, you get the same result. More specific even.
Exactly. If you knew it was 43, see, more than 40 monkeys, it could be 40, could be 50. We actually don't know how many research monkeys they're unaccounted for. No, they knew 43 monkeys. Specifically, Rhesus macaque primates.
Yeah. These monkeys are females. They're weighing about 7 pounds. They escaped the Alpha Genesis facility because an employee didn't shut the door. An employee left the door ajar, and out go 43 monkeys. Now, I'm glad that we do know the specific number, because imagine if, like, just right now at our City Play studio, we just saw, like, 42 monkeys scurry across. And then we were like, oh, no. And we go capture all 42 monkeys, wait for them to come and get the monkeys and pick them up. And when they pick up the monkeys, we would say, here they go. It's more than 40. We got 42 monkeys. And then they would tell us there's one on the loose.
Well, that's the classic gag for senior pranks in high school. The old thing was getting
releasing
pigs,
monkeys?
Or releasing three pigs greased up in your school, and you paint on them 1, 2, and 4 so that everyone's running and looking for the third pig.
That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I didn't know people did that.
Uh-huh.
It's a real thing.
You know, when you're upstate New York, I claim the countryside and the city.
Wait. Hold on. So this is a real thing that y'all actually did in your schools, not something you saw in, like, movies?
No, this is a legend of a high school around us. I don't even know the name of it, but we all talked about it as if we were going to do it. But, you know, the legislation and the administrators in our school, they were very protective of high school senior pranks. They did not want anything going on because when I was I believe, 7th grader, the senior class put a slip and slide in the hallway.
Okay.
And hard tile floors, slip inside of the hallway, filled it with water. They were having fun. Our janitor slipped on it, separated his shoulder.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So they laid the iron hammer down on any senior pranks in the future. So what did I do? As a outstanding student who was friends with the teachers, friends with the students, and friends with the administrators, I bargained for a trip to Six Flags instead. I said, hey, last day of classes, you don't want us to get in trouble? Get us out of here. Send us on a bus to Six Flags in New Jersey.
Were you actually the one to come up with the idea and have the conversation, or are you taking credit for somebody else's?
No, me and my friend Gian, we had a meeting with our principal, had a PowerPoint made, and I said, and I had many bullet points about why this works for us, why it works for them, and why we should do this. And you know what? They signed off on it. Sure enough, last day of classes, I was riding King to Ka.
You have told me that you did do a senior trip to Six Flags. I didn't know you spearheaded the idea. You also told me other details about it that I will not bring up, but I am glad that you made that shake.
No, that was a different senior trip.
That was a different trip. Okay.
That was Disney.
Just making sure. That was
Disney
Disney. Okay,
senior
gotcha.
trip was a little crazy.
Where it got a little weird for you.
Six Flags was fine.
Where it got weird for you. Okay, I'll leave that alone. I do want to say this. There's one thing that me and Roger Clemens have in common.
That's it? I know it.
One thing. You know this, right? What do we have in common?
The city of Houston.
Well, I mean, technically, yes. But Roger Clemens, actually, his sophomore year, went to my high school, my alma mater, Dulles High School.
And you also saw him at a golf outing.
I did. I talked to him about it. I said, yeah, go D-Vikes. And you know what's funny? Actually, I asked him because the famous thing they told us all the time at Dulles, which is in southwest Houston, Texas, was Roger Clemens came here and went here his sophomore year. I asked Roger Clemens that fact, and he said he was only there his freshman year, not his sophomore year.
Oh.
So they got to get their facts right. So I'm working on that. I'll work on, the high school 101 or wherever they teach us the history of Dulles. Yeah, he said freshman year, not sophomore year. But outside of that, too, at Dulles High School, we did have a senior prank. It wasn't greased up pigs. It was we had these big bouncing balls, or what do you call them? Like bouncy balls, right?
Like rubber band ball or?
Not rubber band balls, but the actual balls that are made of I guess, what are they made out of?
All right, so are these balls that are meant to be bounced?
Yes.
They are only purchased to throw them as hard as you can at a brick wall to see how hard it bounces.
Those bouncy balls. Are they called bouncy balls?
Yeah, bouncy balls.
All right, bouncy balls. There was a big tub of bouncy balls that a group of seniors released from one of the balconies. It was a 2-story high school, and they just was going. It was like a big deal, a big scene, and then they became kind of a tripping hazard after a point because I think it was 500 or so bouncing balls.
Yeah, you take one wrong step and you're slipping down the 3rd floor.
Right. So it became somewhat insane on the other side of it. But yeah, I remember that being a thing, the bouncy ball thing. So no greased up pigs, no trip to Six Flags, just a bunch of bouncy balls bouncing all around. We did have the moment on Unsportsmanlike this morning. We cannot address it, though. We're going to wait to address it because we want to address it with Tina. There was a historic major invite by the big homie Chris Canty on Unsportsmanlike, again, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're excited about that, but we want to address that when we have Tina in-house because I got to make sure we can align things, myself, you, and Tina C-Cat, because if we're going to do something together as a show, we got to do it united.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
all love.
I think so. If we're going to get on a flight to New York for an event, it should be all three of us, not just the pretty face who has his name in the title of the show.
Oh, thank you. I thought you were going to say Tina.
No.
It's me?
No.
Thank
you.
Yeah. I got the ring light on me and everything. I'm shining here on our YouTube stream that's presented by Prize Picks. C-Cat, you are not as confident in the Ravens tonight as I am because it is a divisional game, because it is a short week game, but you're very confident in your punch line picks. It's our show war against Russo and Rizzo, theoretically speaking, versus Russo and Rizzo, where we pick 6 football games against the spread ahead of the weekend. I picked 3. C-Cat picks 3. The lock is worth 2 points. And right now, as things stand, we are beating them in our picks against the spread by 1. We're 35-28.
We started off the first week of this competition down by 6, and we never have trailed by more than 6. We continuously have made up ground or stayed the same.
Remember when they were having a parade after 2 weeks?
Those losers.
They had a parade after 2 weeks being ahead as if they don't know the law of averages, as if they don't know how betting works, football seasons work. Of course we were going to catch up.
We're only halfway through this thing.
Yeah. And we're not going to celebrate here because we know the job's not done. So we're up 1 in Punchline Picks. The loser of Punchline Picks has to do a stand-up comedy. Both show members, both hosts, stand-up comedy, and the whole station and a lot of our fans in the community are going to come out and watch them bomb, and it won't be us. It'll be Russo and Rizzo.
I will heckle. That's the one thing you don't do at a comedy club is heckle, because that's just, you have the guts to go up on stage. You deserve the respect of everybody in that room. The most you can do is not laugh. That's the most you can do. You can't open your mouth, open your trap, and heckle and all that. But I will do that to Russo and Rizzo. I will heckle.
Are you allowed to heckle? Here's a question, because I haven't been to a stand-up comedy show in a little bit. Are you allowed to heckle if the comedian first engages you, right? Because how sometimes I just went to recently. I was at a spot actually here downtown West Palm where the person doing stand-up, it was an open mic night. started engaging with myself and my wife, making jokes, you know what I'm saying, involving us in his routine. And at that point, it's fair game, right? There's an open conversation back and forth.
When he is looking at you and talking to you, yes, that's not heckling. That's just being crowd work.
Well, I'm just saying, after he's done with his crowd work with me, if a joke or two later he says something that I don't like, I didn't volunteer to get crowd worked on.
No, you do not have the green pass.
I feel like I should.
Oh, that's crazy.
If he has the green pass, if a stand-up comedian has the green pass, because it's not like going to the show. I'm saying I volunteer as tribute to be involved in your crowd work.
You're in the splash zone, like at SeaWorld. Yeah,
Right.
you are.
Okay, so he in the splash zone because he on that damn stage. I can heckle you if you engage me first.
You're paying to see him. This isn't a basketball game where the crowd is a part of the atmosphere. No, you're there to sit down and laugh or not laugh.
I disagree. I agree with you on the front end of it. You should not insert yourself into somebody's routine. Once they open that door and break that wall and start communication with you, work you into their crowd work, it is. Now, should you do it is a different question. I'm not saying you should do it. I wouldn't do it, and I didn't. I wanted to see him succeed. Once he breaks that wall, it's now an open conversation. You did it to yourself.
No way. No. I'm sorry. You don't have the pass to talk on stage after he's done with your crowd work.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all. But Russo and Rizzo, when they lose punchline picks, they're going to bomb so hard. I think I can see it now. Colin Russo is going to have a nervous chuckle and laugh it off. I think Rizzo, we might not see him for a while. I think Rizzo might drop off the grid.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who's firing bow and arrows at stand-up comedians in general. He says that no one on stage is funnier than him. That's what he says. He does not find stand-up comedy funny because he believes he is funnier than everyone on stage. We're going to put him to the test.
Yeah. We got to make sure we punish them here in punchline picks so we can get both of them on stage. They are going to be bad. They're going to be bad. I think they have way too much hubris, way too cocky, and also just objectively not funny enough. It's not funny.
Well, you want to talk about a crowd kind of interaction with the subject you're paying to see. Did you see this interaction with Trae Young and Knicks fans the other day?
No. That is a war that has been going on for a while now.
Right. The side talk like F Trae Young, in random games. This happens at Mets games where people are saying F Trae Young, F Trae Young.
Yeah.
Well, Trae Young's embraced this so much so as while he's getting interviewed after the game, fans are leaving, and this is what Trae Young had to say on live television.
I hope these New York fans find their way to the exit real quick. Boo, take y'all ass home.
Do you like that? If you're a Hawks fan, do you like that out of your star?
Yeah, I love it. Trae Young is not really he's not really cool. He's not like a very influential guy, not a guy that you kind of like want to be like. He's a guy that you root for because he's really good at basketball, but he has very little aura, very little charisma.
He's ugly. He's not a hot guy.
I guess
think
that
that's where
hurts
it's all
him too.
coming to.
That hurts him too. But you can still be a charismatic, ugly guy. I mean, that's literally how some guys end up becoming like stand-up comedians or charismatic people because you have to live on the strength of your personality. Sometimes when your looks are deficient as a guy to survive and to get what you want, you got to be more charismatic, have a better personality. So that's not the excuse.
So you don't like the chili celebration where he
It is. No. It's good. I'm not saying. That's a good celebration. Him heckling the crowd is good as well. I think if he had more of an aura, more of a we want to be like Trae Young type vibe to him, it would sell way harder. He's in Atlanta. He's in a place where he could be super duper trendy. You know who would rule that town? The dude that's from Atlanta playing in Minneapolis in Ant Edwards.
Yeah,
he would. Oh my, we got to get Ant out of Minnesota. We do. We'll give our punchline picks on the other side. I wasted time. I meant to get to them. We'll give you 6 football picks against the spread on the other side. Again, stand-up comedy is on the line. And yes, if you go to a stand-up comedy show, you heard it here first from your boy Theo Dorsey. If they start engaging you in their crowd work, you have the green light for the rest of their routine to engage, either good or bad. You can heckle them after that. The door has been open. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 11. Truck accidents require special attention. Sometimes trucking companies put their drivers in a difficult position, and accidents happen. Driving without sleep can be as dangerous as drunk driving. Loads can be too heavy. Evidence needs to be preserved for inspection without delay. Some trucking companies hide insurance, but we know how to find it. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Offices in Palm Beach and throughout Florida.
Join us for the Coors Light College Football Game of the Week as we feature Texas taking on the University of Florida. The ESPN West Palm Street team will be at Bonefish Max in Port St. Lucie Saturday, November 9th from noon until 2. Enjoy $4.75 drafts and buckets of ice-cold Coors Light for $18.75. Show us your tailgate toss skills for a chance to win prizes, courtesy of Palm Beach Autographs. Must be 21 or older to participate. Molson Coors reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Yeah, it's that time, baby. Thursday night football tonight. We got basketball, we got hockey, we got No, we don't have baseball, but what we do have is Prize Picks. Yeah, download the app, Prize Picks right now. Promo code THEOD. Hop on Prize Picks. Use that promo code THEOD. You get a free $50 with a $5 lineup play, and you can start making some scratch where you believe you have an edge. It's all player projections, baby, and we do it here all the time on Theoretically Speaking. Myself and CCAT. Prize Picks, promo code THEOD. CCAT, this is going to be a very telling Thursday night football. Ravens versus Bengals. I do believe the Ravens blow them out and shut the door on all that noise that the Bengals are a contender this year, that they're going to bounce back from a slow start like they always do. No T. Higgins, a very porous defense, and going up against the Ravens, who are in full swing, still a little bit angry about that last division loss that they had against the Browns. I think your Ravens still the day. What do you think? What's your handicap on what's going to happen tonight?
On the last primetime game, I was within 3 points of the exact score. I thought that it would be a 30-27 game. Didn't pick the winner, but I said the total points was going to go over the total on Monday night, and I was correct on that one. With this one, I tell you this to tell you this, that I'm going to be right again. This is going to go under the total, and the Ravens will win this game by 3. 20-17. Going to be a weird, anticlimactic game. We might not have points scored in this game until maybe the 2-minute warning of the first half.
I disagree. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring and the over is going to hit, but good thing we don't have that on our Punchline Picks. Again, Punchline Picks, picking our 6 football games against the spread. And since CCAT, you are the owner of the key. You have the lock right now. Deliver your 3 picks, and you can start us off with your lock for this football weekend.
The pick that I am most confident in, that's worth double the points, that will ride us to the promised land in Punchline Picks.
3 in a row from you, by the way, I think.
3 in a row is right. And I guarantee that the New York Giants will cover the 6.5 spread in Munich, Germany over the Panthers. Why, you might ask? It's pros versus Joes. The pros are saying, let's put all this big money on the New York Giants to cover that touchdown spread. The Joes are saying, wait a second, didn't we just see the Panthers beat the Saints? Wait, Bryce Young is playing at quarterback, right? They might be building something there. All the Joes out there that don't know as much of the pros, they're back in the Carolina Panthers. The choice is simple. Take the New York Giants to cover the 6.5 point spread as the favorite. That's your lock. That's worth 2.
The one reason I like that lock is that D-line might have Bryce Young running for his life. Okay, that worth 2. What's your other 2 picks for Punchline Picks here?
Going with San Francisco. I think that the San Francisco 49ers, the number is 6, and that feels pretty large against a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team who has been surprising many this year. A lot of close games, as a matter of fact. They got CMC back. You're going to see it immediately. Might as well sprinkle a little bit on CMC anytime touchdown score as well. In that one, San Francisco 49ers on the road to beat the Buccaneers -6.
Okay.
Then one more pick from me. Theo, your Chiefs are great at so many things. They can even run the football. They can pass the football. They rush the passer. The one thing the Chiefs don't do is cover spreads. They win Super Bowls. They win conferences. They have the face of the league on the team. They do not cover spreads. And for that reason, take the Broncos on the road +8 over the Chiefs. Those are my 3 picks. Giants -6.5. That's our lock. San Francisco -6 and Broncos +8.
You'll win the first 2. You'll lose the Chiefs one. I think that offense takes another step with DeAndre Hopkins. We'll see what happens. Here go my 3 picks for Punchline Picks against the spread. Number 1, let's start in college football. You went straight pro. I like that, but I really like Colorado -4 at Texas Tech. They've got one of the worst pass defenses in all of college football, specifically the Big 12, whereas Colorado has the second best quarterback. I like them covering. I like him going for the Heisman push. How about this? You talked about the Saints losing to the Panthers. Falcons 3.5 at the Saints. I know it's tough. It's a divisional game. It's on the road at the Superdome, but I really like what the Falcons are turning into. They've won 5 out of the last 6. Give me the Falcons -3.5 at the Saints. And the very last one here, I'm going to hate myself for doing this. Should I do it? I got to do it.
Got 18 seconds to do it.
Lions -3.5 at the Texans. I just think the Texans are going to go on a bit of a skid here, and the Lions have been too dominant. They've been blowing teams out. That's our Punchline Picks. We'll tweet it later against Russo and Rizzo. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy, good people.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app.